I'm the Frugal Gardener. I welcome you to what I now call the Triple H. This is my Homestead Hideaway Hangout, better known as my new greenhouse. This is the first time I'm showing you guys the completed version minus this one area over here, which is where my work table is going to go, that I am working on refurbishing, but everything else is ready to go. I finally added, I think it's something that is a must in every greenhouse, and that is my thermometer. I looked through a lot of, looked at a lot of these online before I settled on this one and decided to use this branch to hang it on, give it a little character. This fan I mentioned earlier is running off of solar, which is on the other side of this greenhouse wall. This is going to be my little hangout area. This was all made from scraps except for the 4 legs, and right now it's going to be covered. I'm going to put a piece of wood or something over this piece of plastic and a tablecloth, and this is going to be used kind of like a little kitchen table for tea or coffee or snacks or drinks when I'm out here. So this is I would say 80-85% complete. I repurposed pretty much everything in here. This chair has been repurposed. These these are my famous milk crates that I've been using for probably over 5 years now. And I've already explained to you guys, in case you missed the other video, this was a pallet. The top part of this was a pallet that I saved from a dresser that I got. And this, I'm going to add a few more boards to, so that I can add plants. This is going to be my starter station. Right now, I'm using this for tools. This again was repurposed. This was an old water jug that I cut out and sprayed to put my tools in. I have tools all over the place, and as I find them, I'm going to throw them in here. So I won't have to hunt for them when it gets cold outside. This cooler is really storage for my nutrients, for my bone meal, blood meal, fertilizer, eggshells. Everything that I'm going to be using in here this winter is going to go in here. And the reason why I chose this is because I can close this. I was kind of in a rush to start this video because it's getting hot in here, but this closes all the way, and by it being in here, it makes it convenient, but it also keeps the critters out. So this is my second plant container that I put in here. This is red Russian kale, and these are tropia onions that are just starting to come up. So that means the greenhouse is working. This is one of 3 heaters that I am considering using this winter. One of the subscribers, one of my regular subscribers, commented that she has a greenhouse and she straps her heater down for safety purposes to keep it from tipping over, which I think is a great idea. And I am, even though I'm not going to leave this on overnight, I mean, it is going to get cold right now. It is September, so I'm not even thinking about using it, but whichever one I use, this one or one of the other 2, I am probably going to use that method, so thank you for that. The floor of this was another consideration something I'd done a lot of research on. I put the plastic down to keep the moisture away. I mentioned in the previous video about that if you know any campers, they'll tell you that in the wintertime, you cannot, well, you should not sleep on the ground because that cold seeps into your body, and your body's a living thing, just like your plants are a living thing. So that's why all of my plants are going to be above the ground. That's in addition to the fact that I have these 2 layers. I just ran out and got some more mulch to finish this whole area. I still have a bag left. I want to talk a minute about this mulch. I spent a little extra because instead of buying the cheap stuff that I normally get, I got this red mulch. If you look closely, you'll see that it says responsibly sourced. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but basically it says it does not use construction debris or pallet wood. So this is better in a lot of ways. And I'm leaving this greenhouse open because I want everything to air out. It's not bad in here now, but it is pretty warm. You can see, even though it's September the 11th, it is like over 90 degrees in here. So this is definitely doing its job. I have a second chair I might put over here. I am seriously considering it, but the main thing is to grow, right? So I don't want to use too much space for other things. This is one of my seed containers. It looks like a bit of hodgepodge right now because some of these, you see the plastic, I keep these in the refrigerator. Sometimes I keep them in the freezer, and I'm about to get going, about to get planting. So that's the reason why those are out. This is actually one board that I had cut in half. I decided to add a little color. It was also suggested to me to add more crates, which is not a problem because I have, like, I think somewhere close to 20. And once I put the weight on there, I do realize that it's going to get heavier and it may cause a bow, which is why I got fairly thick wood. So I don't know what the dimension of this is, but if I start having a problem with weight, it's easily solved. Again, thank you for that suggestion. I'll add one here, and I'll add one here. I have all of my vents on this side open today. I didn't open the ones over here because I didn't think I needed to. So this is the bag that I have left that I'll use for the edge around here and probably put around here. The one thing that's missing, well, besides the plants, is my workstation. So I saved room for that. The workstation, you guys have seen a dozen times or more. It's seen better days. Right now it's being refurbished. Once it's refurbished and repainted, it's going to go here. And I'm going to put a plant here, a couple of plants here. And I may move this plank down so I can put a plant on top of this crate. I'm not sure about that yet. But at any rate, all of this is going to be used for plants this winter. And over here, like I said, going to be used for plants this winter. Obviously, going to need water. The two things that I was concerned about, well, there was more than two, but the main two, the primary two, was power and water. Because even though this is running off of solar, this is not. I believe this is 1,500 watts. So I do have a solar system that would run that, but that's being kept for emergency purposes. I explained to you guys already that this has a trip feature, meaning that if it tips over, it will stop working. So I'm not going to go over that again. And just by looking at this, the size of this, I can turn this pail sideways and very easily get 10 containers or pails on this one side alone. And if I feel it necessary, I'll take the second chair out, or maybe I won't even put it in, and I can put 2 or 3 containers over here. And like I said before, I can put a couple over here. So the second consideration was power. So the water is behind me. I have a 2,500 gallon tank, which is how I get water for the house. One of the reasons why I moved to the homestead is because I did not want a water bill anymore. I don't have water. I don't have gas. I just have electric. So with the water right behind me, and I have barrels, most of them are around 50 gallons. I have those all around the property. So it's very easy for me to get water in here. I don't want to bring a barrel inside, even though it would probably keep it from freezing. I don't want to use that space. This is prime real estate. So I want to keep this open for growing things. Duh, that's the reason why I'm doing all this. So I don't want to add any more to it than what I need to, unless it's going to help me to grow food to feed me and my family. So the water and the electric are the two things. So the electric, my house is probably 30 feet behind me. I have long power cords that can reach almost anywhere in the general area of my homestead. So it's easy. It's a piece of cake. For me to get power over here is not going to be a problem. The one thing I have to do, I'm going to be adding little touches along the way. I'm going to put up lights so that if I'm in here early morning or in the evening, I'll have lights. I don't mean lights like light bulbs that you have in your house. I mean lights like track lights, LED lights. Some people refer to them as Christmas lights. So I can see what's going on. Plus it adds a little character, a little bit ambiance. So I'll be adding that in the future. But right now, it's time to plant. This is what this is all about. So really loud, noisy truck just went by. So sorry about that. At any rate, it's time to plant. So the next time you see this, I will be going over what's going to be growing in here this fall, this winter, in my new Homestead Hideaway Hangout. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me through the build and through the furnishing and adding everything in here so that I can start growing this winter. Hopefully you guys will, if you have the means and the space, will follow suit, because food prices are beyond ridiculous at this point. And we've also done a video on that. So everybody knows what the food prices are like. That's not new. I'm not going to, bore you with that. At any rate, this is my partial solution to that problem. I am the Frugal Gardener. Please, please share this video, comment below, subscribe, and also hit the notification button, because my numbers are, well, let's put it like this. People don't watch as much in the fall and winter. And right now, things are going well, and I'm hoping to keep it that way, and I will with you guys' help. So thanks for watching. I'm the Frugal Gardener. Remember, when you grow your own food, you'll always know where it comes from. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Go out and enjoy your day.